Welcome to the Fantasy Football Prophet podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprophet.com. And now your hosts, Craig and Jeff.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Prophet podcast. I'm Craig Phillips, joined as always by Jeff Torrey. And today we actually have a live draft that's happening right now, just started. We are in round one of the Instagram Experts SuperFlex League, 12 teams. If you follow us on Instagram at Fantasy Football Prophet, you know these other people that are in this draft. We got Fantasy Football State of Mind on the clock at number 2. Right now, Fantasy Football Analyst. We got Fantasy Football Show and Smitty, the rapper, Guru. All these guys are here. We're on the, let's see here. Number 1 just went Fantasy Couch. Had number 1 pick, Jeff. Superflex, he went Mahomes. He started off with Mahomes right away, which doesn't surprise me, doesn't shock me. I don't know how we're going to play this. So we have picked 9. We might have to see how these quarterbacks are going. I think we're going to probably skip on quarterback in round 1. I think there's going to be some talent for us that comes our way. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and I think that's the correct way to play it, especially when we're picking later in the round. I think that because quarterbacks will go early, and that's what we're assuming,
At least
we will get a high-end running back, and then on the way back, then we can consider taking a quarterback. And before this, we were talking about rules to make sure that we're on the same page, and it is a 4-point throwing touchdown rule. So that does ascend some of the running quarterbacks. So like a Lamar Jackson on their way back would be clutch. I would really love that pick if he's still available.
So here we go. McCaffrey went number 2 to State of Mind. Cook went number 3 to Analyst. Fantasy Football Expert just picked Josh Allen at 4. I think we're going to see at least one more quarterback go before we're up. I would expect to see Kyler go here.
I would think.
So that makes it interesting though. If he doesn't go, and what quarterbacks or what running backs are left, because we have.
I might actually flip it.
4 picks. And this is, you said full PPR. So there's receivers are interesting too, but there's 4 picks before we're up. Barkley, or Saquon, Kamara. Derrick Henry's not as attractive in PPR, but he's still Derrick Henry at 9 would be, I don't know, I'd probably still be okay with it. Okay, Kyler did go.
Okay.
So there's still 3 picks before we pick. I think there's 3 running backs here. There goes Kamara. That's what I would like. Saquon is there there's 2 more picks. Saquon, Derrick Henry. Okay, if Saquon and Derrick Henry go, what should we do? I hate this pick. This is not a spot I like.
This is difficult
too. Do you go wide receiver? Do you go Tyreek Hill? Do you go Adams? Do you go Diggs? I like Diggs, but I don't think I could do it there.
I don't think I can take a running back here.
There went Dak.
Wide receiver.
Okay, there went Dak Prescott.
Okay.
So now it's going to be Saquon or Derrick Henry.
Yeah, well, that's easy for us.
And so Saquon first, I think, even with the injury?
Yeah. I would.
And there went Zeke. Okay.
Oh, so we
take
have
Saquon.
either.
Let's take Saquon.
Yeah.
Are you worried, before I lock it in, are you worried about the comment he made asking be ready week 1? We'll see.
I don't love it.
I don't either. But I think at number 9, don't you feel like that upside's there?
Yeah, and the splitting hairs between Henry and Saquon in a half or lower, I would take Henry first. Yep. But Barkley's going to catch way more balls than Henry. So it would make up for it. Even if he misses a week or 2, he's still a good pick as long as he doesn't.
I think people are being scared off by that comment, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean,
here we go.
Who likes it?
Let's lock it in. Saquon's our pick, number 9. We'll go with it. I like it. So quarterbacks really, really altered this. So quarterbacks, we will pick here in a few. We have, 6 picks before we pick again. So this will be interesting. Lamar probably is going to be gone. Lamar would have been my pick.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
If he was there, if it's not Lamar, do we wait? Do you wait?
Yeah, I would probably. If we wait a long time, though, we probably miss out on the majority of.
Okay, because then you got to look at we're going down, and we're going to throw together like I don't even know, a Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts.
Maybe I have a feeling Jalen Hurts is going to go earlier because of his running ability.
He will.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate I don't ever hate waiting on QB. Yep. So yeah, if we can't get the guy we want, which is a rushing quarterback, Russell Wilson is kind of intriguing.
He is.
He gets enough rushing that it kind of. But Lamar would be. I would take him. If not, I would probably pass. The question there becomes running back or wide receiver. Do you get one of the premier wide receivers?
Which
do we go for?
None of them have gone off the board yet.
Right.
And okay, there went Jonathan Taylor, and then there went Derrick Henry. So Rapper picked Jonathan Taylor, and Fantasy Guides took Derrick Henry.
And I get that too, because let's be honest, right now, QB and running back are both going to run out very quickly. Mm-hmm. So if you went and loaded up on wide receiver, it's not going to really help you that much right now.
We got 4 picks before we're up. Okay. So some of the players we look at, Lamar Jackson, he's available. There he goes. Never mind. So 3 picks before we pick. There's Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb. Do you just go Nick Chubb and say screw PPR? I got Saquon and Nick Chubb.
He's incredibly safe.
Wide receiver though, there's still Tyreek, Adams, Diggs. We haven't. So Chubb, Hill, Adams, Diggs. I almost like that better than a quarterback at this point. But I don't know. I don't know how you feel. Herbert, Russell, Rodgers.
No, I think at this point I would.
You just want that talent.
Yeah, I would go best available.
There goes Tyreek Hill. We got 2 picks.
I'm not sure which one I would go for right now. Do you take Adams or do you take Chubb?
It's Adams or Chubb, right? Because here's the thing: if Chubb goes, there went Kelsey. Okay, so it is Adams or Chubb. Adams or Chubb. Oh man. Running back gets really thin.
Yeah, very quickly. I think I lean towards Chubb. I think we can make up. I mean, you can't make up for Adams. Like, he's amazing.
Rapper's a big Chubb fan. I know he's a big Nick Chubb fan. This might be the pick. It wouldn't shock me to see him pick Nick Chubb right here at all.
Okay.
If he does, I think you go Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I think you do. And usually I'd be like, well, Austin Eckler is going to catch a lot of balls. That would be wonderful. The injury does kind of scare me off a little bit. I think he's healthy coming back, but
Eckler's not a bad pick. But in full PPR, Devontae Adams could just be. Yeah. He could be a monster. Vault us up. Rapper's taking this whole time. I feel like this is gonna be Nick Chubb right here. I really do. I've seen a lot of his stuff. He seems to like Nick Chubb. I don't know if he's gonna pick it all. What's he doing here? Antonio Gibson. All right, so it's Chubb. Is it Chubb? Do we just go the 2 running backs? Now Devontae Adams.
Now you're in my head.
Good. We're not going to pick for a while.
No. I think we take Chubb.
And because if you look at the running backs, by the time our number 2 is going to be Chase Edmonds or something.
Yeah, it disappears so quickly that I think we take Chubb. We are good at.
So we're going. We get. No, it's SuperFlex. We're going like strict. We're drafting like it's a standard league right now. But you know what? Screw it. We're going different here. I don't want to do everything that everyone else does.
Right, you're right. I mean, you have to zig when other people zag at times, right?
There we go. Nick Chubb, lock it in.
Yes.
So Saquon and Chubb, I'm good.
Running backs, we are good. The question becomes
now what quarterback is going to be around for us?
Yeah, exactly.
So we know this though. I think this happens a lot. I think we have this. We did this in the fishbowl. We like to wait on quarterback in SuperFlex. Everyone goes nuts. I just feel like there's an advantage there maybe if you don't. If you're not getting we would have had like the 6th or 7th quarterback off the board. There's no advantage to do that. It's like, let's take this talent that's just coming to us here. So Adams, yeah, that was interesting. But because there's only 1 wide receiver off the board, they're gonna be further down the board to us. So I could see more running backs going here before we get up. Shoot, what if we get back and like J.K. Dobbins is still there?
I was just thinking of that between Dobbins and Swift. And
we really go nuts. It's a 2. You know what? Here's the beauty of not worrying about the wide receiver. We're good there. It's only a 2 receiver league. There's a flex. That's a SuperFlex. So yeah. So there's only 2 receivers. You might only need 2. So I'm good.
Yeah, we can easily find it. And I think on here too.
There went Eckler and Adams went right next. At Fantasy Football 101, pick Eckler, and then Adams went to Beast. So we have a while before we pick. So one guy you won't see here is Cam Akers, which kind of feel bad. I mean, I really feel bad for the kid. We were definitely not the Cam Akers guys, but hate to see a torn Achilles. So what was it in our group chat for one of our fantasy leagues? Somebody, James, who's been on the show, he posted NFL running backs that have had Achilles injuries, and you just look at the names and like, man, no one comes back. They just don't.
It was a wasteland. I couldn't believe it. I was kind of shocked. And usually they kind of wait around in the wings for a year or two, and then they're just collecting a paycheck, and they're pretty much like,
I don't know. I hope that's not the case because, he was a promising player. I just thought he was getting hyped too much. Nothing against him, but this is probably going to bring the Darrell Henderson hype back up. Do you remember Darrell Henderson hype from 2 years ago, like when he was a rookie? This is he's a solid player.
I was going to say I think he was ranked. He wasn't a superstar or anything.
He'll probably go in the 20s, I would think.
Yeah, I think he was rated as the low 20s before. And you were playing multiple running backs, but I don't expect him to be a a superstar. I think that they would probably use multiple running backs and whatever.
And that's
it may
what
be.
I'm thinking too. So I'm going to throw up their depth chart here. Who do they even have after him? Because Malcolm Brown's not around anymore.
No, it's thin for sure.
Xavier Jones, right? Wow, man, it is. There's nothing there. They're going to sign somebody. Does Gurley come back?
Oh, I mean, they could. They could sign someone. I think they came out, and I feel like this is probably a little more of
they like what they have.
Yeah. But we're like the running back. Yeah, we're not looking to sign. But you're kind of like,
no, they have to look. You saw that depth chart.
It's rough.
So, all right, some picks that just went through. After us, it was again Eckler, Adams, Justin Herbert goes, Stephon Diggs, Aaron Jones, Joe Mixon. We are at pick 11 of the second round, so we still got a while here. But yeah, the Henderson thing, we'll see how he goes in this, but he's going to get a little maybe. He probably will actually be at an okay range, though. He's not going to obviously get to Cam Akers type level, which is funny because they actually had the same numbers last year. So he's possible, but I just don't see them running anything in the ground this year. DeAndre Hopkins is off the board. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks before we're up. J.K. Dobbins really could be there, 100%. But the quarterbacks have slowed down a little bit. So, man, this hurts.
I was just saying, Jalen might actually be a good pick for us, and especially in that, that flex position. Yep. I mean, Russell will be gone, right? Aaron Rodgers, I'm wondering if people will be scared off of him. We could grab Aaron Rodgers and Hurts and then just be done with it.
That would be amazing. You know what? I think we could go 2 QB here.
We could.
Because
once again, we flip it, right?
With a 2 receiver league and being the flex as a super flex.
I think you only do it if Jalen Hurts.
Oh, wait, that's right. There's 2 flex. I forgot about it. There is 2 flex.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, here we go. Forgot. We should figure out these rules.
Yeah. I was like, what the?
There's 2 flex and then a super flex. That's right. I forgot about that.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Still, it doesn't change my thoughts.
No, it doesn't change it at all.
If the quarterbacks are there, I think that's an interesting play. If there's 2 quarterbacks we like.
If you have Russell or Aaron Rodgers and Jalen, I think you make those picks in consecutive.
So we'll have 2 flex positions here on top of that super flex. We're just going to go talent. We don't have I'm telling you, I don't go into these drafts necessarily with a huge plan always. I don't think you do either. You can't just go into, I got to pick running back, quarterback. Like, you can't go that way. Like,
we have done that in the past, right?
It's hard.
Especially when you're starting off.
Yeah. This is, I say quarterback right now with 7 picks before we go, but it could very well change when we get there and see what's available. So let's see. Last update was pick 211 was Hopkins. Calvin Ridley went 212, and then 3-1 is Najee Harris. Najee Harris there. So we have 7 picks. We'll give the lay of the land here a little bit. Some of the players, top running backs out there: Clyde Edwards-Helaire, DeAndre Swift. Clyde Edwards-Helaire just went. So DeAndre Swift is there. J.K. Dobbins is there.
Okay, see, everyone is panicking about running back. We already have it, right?
So Henderson already vaulted the ranks to this. This is where there went Hurts. There went Hurts.
Was he at? Oh, okay. No. That's for all. That's overall, right?
Oh,
okay.
Wide receiver: DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson. Ooh, Justin Jefferson.
I know he catches a lot of balls too, which would be.
There
wonderful.
went DK. Okay, so there's 4 picks. This is good. Okay. Let's just wait till we're up. There's too many names.
Yeah. We're
I got a lot of talent.
Running all over the place.
I like a lot of this talent. This is where SuperFlex gets you, is because you start to feel like, I need to get the quarterback when you love all this talent out here.
I mean, the talent is really wonderful, but
no, I don't know if I could pass up Justin Jefferson. I don't know if I could do it, Jeff.
No, I mean, that would be obviously I'm going to be fine with Justin Jefferson. I mean, even Michael Thomas, like taking a risk on him.
Or do you go
like he could literally catch 120 balls this year.
Okay, if the quarterback situation is like we could get Russell, we get Rodgers, that means there's no one else is gone. That would almost make me feel comfortable passing up on it. Oh, there goes Jefferson. But either way, and then I would still be okay with going like Tannehill or I don't know. This is so rough, man. This is rough.
Yeah, because we don't know. I mean, we really don't know who else is going to get on the QB kick,
we'll
right?
Have 6 picks in between here.
Yeah, that's the very dangerous part. And yeah, hey, if like you would probably pick the higher rated individual and then wait on Jalen Hurts because that's what people are going to look at.
Hurts is gone.
He just went? Jeez, I wasn't even paying attention.
Hurts went, Jefferson went, Russell Wilson went. Okay, this is really like.
Okay, see, this is
Now it's almost like
Aaron Rodgers is here. Do you wait one more pick?
You can't wait. Like you couldn't. If we wait, we won't get him. So
I mean, do you think that between this, like,
I do.
Pick 33 and pick 40?
Let's see what they got. Rapper has no quarterbacks. Guides has no quarterbacks. Nation has Jackson.
He's probably going to wait now.
So those 2, there's Rapper and Guides do not have a quarterback, and they each have 2 picks in between our picks.
Yeah. Yeah, so we would have to take
So if Rodgers goes...
Well, here's the good thing, too, is, okay, so if
here's Fantasy Football 101's up. He has no quarterback. He can pick Rodgers. If he picks Rodgers, I don't want to...
I say we skip it.
Then we skip it. And then what do you do, though? A.J. Brown? Michael Thomas? Terry McLaurin? Or so we say, screw everything, J.K. freaking Dobbins.
I kind of want to go JK.
So if Rodgers doesn't get picked here, he very well could. We take Rodgers, and then we take Dobbins.
Well, here's the thing I love too. If Rodgers is not chosen,
it's Dobbins.
Oh, okay. Well, that saves us though. This is what I love though.
Yeah.
We're about to take Aaron Rodgers. We take him, and that will send these guys who do not have a quarterback into a frenzy.
Rapper and Guides. So 2 of the quarterbacks will go.
There's gonna be 3 people we probably have to worry about that they might take, so we can kind of get the pick of the litter. So I do like that.
All right,
we definitely have to take Aaron Rodgers.
I like the way.
Dude, I'm so glad they saved us from that decision. Well, here's the question too on that pick. I know I love Swift, and right, he had 40 catches last year already, with starting not even half the year. That would be another one I would be very intrigued with. But we can definitely go wide receiver because there's a ton of talent there.
I don't know how everyone else feels about this, but I like this draft so far. I'm a big fan of this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, we're only 3 people into it.
We just got Aaron Rodgers discount, essentially, because we got him at the end of the 3rd only because of the
interesting. Michael Thomas.
But we only got him at the 3rd because people are worried about him. In a SuperFlex, he should not go. Both guys who needed quarterbacks did not get one there.
Well, they might be getting on the way back.
Yeah, that's right. They could. Michael Thomas,
AJ Brown. They might be punting it right here.
They might be doing our.
That would be really interesting, though.
Once we picked Rodgers, they might have been
like, there's no one left.
Like we would have been in the same. We would have been in the same boat there.
Scroll through them. Who else is on that? So you have Tom Brady, Tannehill, Burrow, Stafford,
Lawrence,
and then it gets really dicey.
Yeah, it gets ugly after that.
Oh, okay. Someone that we should grab lower. I'm hoping that is Justin Fields.
He's interesting for sure.
If he sticks around, right?
Okay, so this next pick we have 4 picks. DeAndre Swift would be interesting. Terry McLaurin. We don't have a wide receiver yet, and there goes Allen Robinson. The wide receiver is getting very, very thin. Are we really we're gonna really punt on this position here, or we have to pick one now? But who would that be?
I hate this because it's not a guaranteed choice for me.
To me, it would be Terry McLaurin if he's there. Or we just say, screw it. We're going to wait one more time around, and then we just go for whoever's around next time.
I'm not that afraid to wait.
Just wait and get some of these. At this point, it's just going to be guys.
Well, what about tight end, too? Can we look at tight end just really quickly? There's only so many guys. I was going to say Waller catches a crap ton of balls, and that would really help us in the PPR.
So there went
Chris Carson. Right?
So, after we picked Roger, Michael Thomas, AJ Brown, Allen Robinson, Chris Carson.
And
there goes Waller.
Waller goes.
And I don't feel comfortable with Kittle right now.
Yeah, I don't either.
One more pick before we're up. And Guides is really, really just not worrying about quarterback, which is fine.
Well, no, they're trying to do the same thing we are. They're saying, okay, I'm not going to be pushed into a choice I don't want.
There's one pick. So to me, it's Swift and McLaurin. We got 2 really talented. Like I think they're Miles Sanders next guy, but they're miles above the next guys, right?
Yeah, I agree. You can go either of these people. I know you love McLaurin, but I love Swift, so this is hilarious.
So where'd you go?
We do have 2 running backs, right? I want to see how many catches
McLaurin.
Yeah, so McLaurin had 87 receptions last year.
He's the best quarterback he's ever played with in Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, it's very healthy. If you like him that much, I'd be okay with it.
It gets us some receiver.
I kind of want to go DeAndre Swift.
There went Joe Burrow. Okay.
I kind of want to go DeAndre Swift. I think
so. That would still leave us with a flex left, but that means we still only need 3 wide receivers, maybe.
Right, and you still have guys that will catch a lot of balls, right? You still have T. Higgins. You have a bunch of guys you can really
even
go
with
for.
Burrow going, we're still going to wait on quarterback. Brady, Tannehill, It's just the talent.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know why I'm not that worried. I should be, but I think Swift, and then we are locked in for running back, and it's going to put everyone else at a disadvantage because we're kind of picking that one apart.
Let's do it. We did it.
It does mean we're going to have to find some wide receivers real fast.
We got to hope we hit on these. These. You know what? Okay, this is where you take some chances. When you do a team like this where you get real solid, like Rodgers is solid, Saquon should be solid, Chubb should be solid, Swift is a little more of a wild card, but I feel pretty good about it. He's only a flex for us. Do you go those upside receivers? Do you like if Jamar Chase is there, Devontae Smith, Waddle? Do you go those rookies? Do you look at stuff like that?
I don't want to go Waddle. I'll be honest.
Not Waddle, but Jamar Chase, obviously.
Yes, Jamar Chase and Smith.
There went Stafford. Stafford's off the board now.
Okay, that's starting to scare me.
But I know. Okay,
but we already got Aaron Rodgers. That's
so
why
everyone here. So before we pick, everyone has quarterback, or no quarterback there for State of Mind. So he'll probably get a quarterback. So there's no one that absolutely needs one except for State of Mind. So he'll probably get one. But we're not just completely. We're fine. We're fine. I'm not worried. I'm really not. I like. I
love our team right now.
So there went Tannehill.
The question is, in tight end, we can really wait.
Tight end in this, I think we're just 100% punting.
Yeah, I think
just
so too.
Wait till the end.
I would honestly thought about Waller because he's guaranteed to catch over 100 balls. But
I'm really on board with like Troutman too. Like later, I really think that could work out. Somebody like a Troutman. That late.
I don't want him to be our starter, but
I'm okay with it.
I'm not ready to go there yet. I do like the talent, the upside, but I think like Dallas Goedert, for some reason, no one there's a lot of guys you can get late that I truly think are start worthy. Troutman, we could grab and throw him on the end of our bench or whatever.
Terry McLaurin just went.
Okay.
So we got 13 picks, so we got some time, but this is, I don't know. SuperFlex, I like waiting on that quarterback because they just at 9, I would have been, honestly, I don't know how many quarterbacks I would have actually gone for. You obviously would have picked Mahomes. You obviously would have picked Josh Allen. Would you have picked Kyler?
Kyler and Lamar would be the other two that I would consider.
Lamar we could have picked Lamar, but Saquon was.
I would rather get the running back.
So if it had been Derrick Henry, okay, let's say Derrick Henry and Saquon both had gone, and it was, then it would have been Lamar versus somebody else. That's the thing. It was just that level of running back was still too good. Like if it would have been Jonathan Taylor versus Lamar.
Yeah, I'd probably go Lamar and then hope that Jonathan Taylor is there on the way back.
But I don't, at 9, if you're in SuperFlex, you feel how the draft falls.
Yeah. And the truth is too about this is the rules are incredibly important. And we probably should have looked at level earlier, but they're incredibly important. And having a 4-point throwing touchdown rule compared to a 6 is a huge change.
Yep.
And that is why like Lamar and Murray would be golden because you're kind of like, okay, there's a running back that throws. And they will make up those points for these guys that are throwing 40 touchdowns or whatever it may be.
You know what I keep hearing on Twitter, which kind of bothers me, is these like Todd Gurley Ravens rumors. Nothing substantial at all, but the people just keep throwing out there. How would you feel about that? There was a fake account.
I don't think it changes anything for me.
No,
I am rooting for Gurley. I would love if he came back. His demise was so quick. He was one of the best running backs I've ever seen for a couple of years.
Oh, here it is. This is probably fake, but 3 teams still in contention for Gurley. Again, this is literally a random NFL count, but like Ravens, Chargers, Lions.
Well, I think it would be bad for him to go to the Lions because it's exactly what we did last year, right?
It is. It's that same name thing. And a whole new staff regime, and they do the same thing. That'd be like,
I would be really pissed. I actually think it would be a good signing for the Ravens, but you would have to use him as the 3rd running back.
Yep.
2nd or 3rd, right? Him and Gus Edwards. It'd be like, okay, do we want to keep? Like, how's Gurley looking? Do we want to spell him? He would not be the number 1. Dobbins would be number 1. And then you would have this guy, and you're hoping that he's partially back to normal. And you can just sit him for games at a time if he's not healthy. So I do like that pick. I don't think it would really ruin my outlook on Dobbins. They've used 3 running backs many, many times. That's totally fine.
So with the Rams, who are they going to sign? They're going to sign somebody. Who is it? Would they consider Gurley, or do you think they say, it would be a big slap in the face of Gurley? What if they sound like Adrian Peterson?
Yeah, I don't think they can.
Duke Johnson's a free agent.
Is there anyone else out there?
I don't know. CJ Anderson might still be out there.
Oh my God. I don't know.
He came in, was it 2 years ago for Gurley and actually looked good when they went to the Super Bowl?
No, the only thing this does is make me a little more excited for Stafford and Woods and Kupp. Mm-hmm. Because if you put it on Stafford's shoulders, he can throw that many times a game. Yeah. I don't think that's what McVay wanted. Well, if it goes that way.
Speaking of Woods, if he lasts to us here with 8 picks, do you pick a Robert Woods? Like, I know you've never been a Robert Woods guy.
He outperforms every single year. I mean, I clearly see that, but it's so hard for me to say.
There's Galladay. There's some interesting wide receivers. We have
there's definitely
7
a
picks.
lot left.
So, okay, since we haven't talked about these picks. So, let's see. We picked Swift, then it went Stafford, then it went Tannehill, then it went McLaurin, David Montgomery, CeeDee Lamb, Travis Etienne goes, George Kittle, Tom Brady, Julio Jones. We're in pick 2 of the 5th round. We have 7 picks before we pick.
Who went down and grabbed Etienne?
That was Analyst.
I like that pick.
So he has Hurts, Cook, Mixon, Etienne. So he missed. He hasn't gone receiver like we did. You know, we would have probably put together a roster like that. That's not, nothing too shabby there. I'm fine with that. 7 picks. This is, I don't know. There's gonna be somebody here, but we probably can't go a 4th running back.
That'd be hilarious.
It'd be Josh Jacobs.
People are like, "What in the world are you guys?"
If
doing?
we did, it would definitely have to be Josh Jacobs. But
I don't
reality,
think there is not a running back here that would be worth taking right now.
Okay, quarterback. If we need the second quarterback, is there anybody like it got thin? There went Robert Woods, 5 picks. It got thin. What do we do if Trevor Lawrence doesn't go? I think you take the chance. But what else is here? What else is here?
I hate that because I almost would rather go like Matt Ryan, like not right now, but like wait and get a Matt Ryan or something.
Yeah.
Lawrence does have more of an upside, but I think you go and grab a wide receiver or I don't know. I have a hard time taking Lawrence right here.
Okay, Jameis. We always forget about Jameis.
Yeah,
I heard like this rumor: is Taysom ahead of Jameis right now?
That's the worry, right? And we never say grab him early.
So do you get both?
Well, and in a running league too, you're kind of like, well, you can throw him in as a flex. I mean, wonderful. If he's a QB, great. Also, is he going to be a dual? Like, is he going to get a wide receiver designation as well or something?
I don't think they'll do that this year because I think it kind of made some waves last year. I mean, those people that were able to just lock him into their tight end position even after they switched it.
Tight end position. Well, that was hilarious. Like, the tight end
you have
thing,
a quarterback at tight end in your lineup. Yeah. It was so unfair. Like, it just wasn't to me. I mean, okay,
like wide receiver, cool.
Those people couldn't change their lineups in ESPN, but they had a quarterback at tight end. It was a little. I mean, I say that. I once had, back in the day, I think I had CJ Spiller playing. He was playing running back, but I had him in at wide receiver. Remember, like when they had to give him that wide receiver designation, like in his rookie year, and then he became the running back.
Yeah,
and I think I won a championship that way. So what can I say? I can't really. But he had a duel. Yeah. He had a duel.
Yeah.
So, okay, what do we got? 4 picks. DJ Moore just went. So 4 picks before we're up. Wide receivers, we don't have any. There's Mike Evans, Adam Thielen, Deontay Johnson, Cooper Kupp, Kenny Galladay. There's good ones.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Chris Godwin.
I don't hate any of those guys. I really like all of them.
Who do you like best? Chris Godwin?
I like Godwin more than I like Evans because Mike Evans caught a crap ton of touchdowns last year. I can't imagine that's going to happen again. Godwin was hurt. I actually think he's the better player at this point. Evans is still great. Don't send me hate mail.
There's Jamar Chase down there.
I think out of those guys, I would go Godwin first.
And then I think we actually have we can get a pretty good wide receiver group.
Yeah, and then even like if these guys, I'm sure they'll start going, but like Deontay Johnson and Thielen, for some reason, they're not thought of as highly. Like maybe we can get those guys on the turnaround. Well, who else? Go a little further down.
Just see what we got.
Yeah, later. So Kenny Galladay is
Juju,
the number
T. Higgins,
1. I love T. Higgins,
Sutton,
obviously.
Claypool, Odell. Odell's worth a shot in this if we could get him the next time around. I'd be completely okay with Odell.
Yeah, well, I would still wait.
I keep saying, waiting. Odell's good. He's 29 now. He's getting there. He's not 29. Well, I mean, yeah, for prime or whatever. I would probably wait on him still because there's so many other guys, like even Fuller, right? He finally made it through all his games, but he got suspended for one
PEDs
pick and we're up. One pick and we're up. There's Evans, there's Godwin, there's Galladay. So Godwin would be the pick if he's there, right?
I would go Godwin.
So the players that just went in this, okay, we said Julio went pick 1 of the 5th. So this is the 5th round. Julio, Amari Cooper, Robert Woods, DJ Moore, Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Myles Gaskin.
Okay, so people are scraping the bottom of the barrel for running back.
I don't like Myles Gaskin is just completely a guy. He's nothing at all interesting to me. There went Kirk Cousins. So we're up. So let's go Chris Godwin.
Yeah, very solid pick. As the number 1, too, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Chris Godwin.
And I think our 2 wide receivers are going to be closer to one another, and that's totally fine with me.
So if we go another receiver here, I'm going to like what we get here. I think there's a lot of good options. There's Galladay. There's Kupp. We don't want to probably go Godwin Evans.
No, yeah, skip that. But even, Thielen, Deontay Johnson. assuming that.
And then there's still Jamar Chase, which you really could.
Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. T. Higgins and Jamar should probably both catch a lot of balls. It shouldn't really matter a whole lot. And then you go a little further down, and you were talking about Devontae Smith. He's going to be I don't think there's anyone else on the team at the moment, so he should get a lot of throws his way. I don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to be.
Oh, and then
we'll find out.
One thing we got to think about and remember.
Antonio Brown. Yeah, I would definitely pick him up a little bit later.
Antonio Brown really interests me this year, especially the difference. We picked Godwin, but the difference between Godwin, Evans, and Brown is not what the difference is in the ranks. They are not that far apart.
No.
They're yes, Brown should be ranked lower, and we have him ranked lower. But there's not 30 spots between them like you see in some of the ranks. There's more. I would say there's more like 15 spots. Honestly, I don't think it's that crazy to me.
No, and he is going to be the number 3. He'll be in the top 3, right? And I don't think it's necessarily going to be a 1, 2, 3.
There went Trey Lance.
Well, oh wow, Trey Lance and then Lawrence.
There we go. Those are the other guys that were waiting on quarterback. So Jameis is.
I don't know about that.
So we're not going quarterback yet. We still they're starting to get some of those guys, but the Matt Ryans are still there. Baker, Fitzpatrick, guys who I would just throw in there.
Yeah.
Fields, Carson Wentz. I'm not done with Carson Wentz, to be honest. He has his best football was played when Philly had that great offensive line. He had time. The Colts have a really good offensive line.
Okay, I just don't understand the Trey Lance pick. Can I just say that? Some people are going to love him, but I think it's way too risky right now because you're picking him as I feel like it's more of a desperation pick. And we don't know if he's actually going to start week 1.
I don't think he's going to start
on a heavy run team. He does have weapons now. Don't get me wrong. Kittle and Ayuk and.
Oh, so think about this. So we saw Myles Gaskin go earlier, and Myles Gaskin went, and Javonte Williams. Josh Jacobs finally went. So Gaskin went ahead of Josh Jacobs.
That's interesting.
I don't think that's smart whatsoever. I'm sorry. I just Myles Gaskin is not the guy. You can be down on Josh Jacobs. That's fine. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then Tua just went. Yeah. No, 100%. And I know people see Drake, and Drake finally got a large workload last year.
What has Kenyon Drake truly ever done in his career?
Last year was his best season.
And he was not that good.
Yeah, he was. He was fine. He scored. He did rush in a lot of touchdowns, which bolstered his numbers. But Josh Jacobs is a proven commodity. He's going to be the number 1 there. I think Drake goes back to his 120 carries or whatever. It's not going to kill Josh Jacobs' numbers. Tell me another wide receiver that the Raiders picked up. They're going to run the ball.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
That doesn't bother me at all.
One pick and we're up. Thielen, Kupp.
Thielen's a great pick too.
You go Thielen?
I think I would go Thielen here.
So if Thielen goes. Then what is it? Do you go Kupp? Do you go Galladay? Kupp?
Becomes difficult.
Never went Kupp. Okay, never mind. Let's go Thielen.
Yeah, go Thielen.
There we go. So we waited on wide receiver. We
got Godwin
Thielen. I'm fine with that.
I like this too because the only reason these two guys fell is because, first, Godwin is in a very crowded backfield, and he was hurt last year, so his numbers look a little off. And Thielen, Justin Jefferson is a phenomenal player. He's awesome. A phenom. Thielen's numbers did not fall off hardly at all with him on the field, right? Because he had Diggs the years before that.
I know
he's been putting up good numbers for years.
Are expecting Thielen to fall off a bit. But where are these targets going? Who's getting? Is it?
Oh, they don't have. I like Irv Smith, but at the same time,
they're not going to Irv Smith. Irv Smith is going to get what he gets.
Right.
I like Irv Smith too. I do.
No, I'm just saying he's the only other capable pass catcher on the team.
I don't know. I've been thinking about the Irv Smith thing a bit. We like the potential with Irv Smith, but is it going to truly ever get above too much? How much higher can he go than what Kyle Rudolph has done? Because remember, Kyle Rudolph, we're always thinking he should do more than he did. He had some fine seasons. He was fine, but I don't know if that's just the way this offense works.
You know what I love too is we got Thielen, and I really do love that pick because I'm a big Thielen guy. I was also a big Justin Jefferson fan last year. Did not know he was going to jump over Thielen like that. But if you had to guess right now, because we go through so many different numbers, if you had to guess guess how many touchdowns he had, how many yards, and where he ended. Oh, God.
I feel like he had double-digit touchdowns.
Where he ended last year as a wide receiver.
God, I don't even remember. 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. I completely forget.
Okay, no, which is a great point, right? That's the whole thing. And you're actually not that far off. 925 yards.
Okay.
14 touchdowns.
14, wow.
Which is a lot, right?
I knew it was double digits, but I didn't realize it was 14.
He finished as the 7th best wide receiver, and Justin Jefferson finished 5th.
How many catches did he end up with?
74.
How many games did he play? All 16?
15. He missed one game. He got targeted 108 times.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, 2 years before that, 2017, 2018, he was targeted probably almost more than anyone, 142, 153. That definitely has come down, but he's like, it feels good to give him 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and think you're a top 15 wide receiver.
I think at this point, like even in our draft, we got Godwin, we got Thielen. I think we got a pretty good, safe-ish group there. Yes.
Now go for the home run.
Yes, right? And now we have to wait a bit. But there went Jamar Chase. So after we picked Thielen, Deontay Johnson went, Darrell Henderson went, Jamar Chase went, Mike Davis went. Mike Davis, this is another thing. I'm just not going to get any Mike Davis at all. I actually am, I was watching some JV and Hawkins highlights, the undrafted free agent they got.
I know.
That's a back end of the draft type guy.
I always get myself in trouble. I watch a bunch of those kind of highlight reels for the draft and whatnot. And I end up falling in love with them. And then you're kind of like, well, how does he match up against this? I don't know. Mike Davis is interesting because he put up really good numbers for a Carolina team that, obviously they run Christian McCaffrey into the ground and he is phenomenal. But Mike Davis looked very serviceable back there. And there's no one else in that backfield besides for an unproven young guy. So I'm intrigued by that.
So I like the unproven young guy.
No, I do too. I like Mike Davis more, but
I don't know if I do. I'm underrating.
I think
Mike Davis.
Throwing Hawkins at the end of your bench though, because I don't think anyone else is going to grab him. Maybe that would be an interesting one.
All right, so looking at that Falcons depth chart, Mike Davis number 1. They have Cordell Patterson as the number 2. They didn't even realize they picked up Cordell Patterson. It's funny how he's become a running back.
Yeah, he's number 2, really.
And then they got so there's no Brian Hill anymore. Looks like they got Quadri Olison. You remember him, who never did anything. Tony Brooks James, then Javian Hawkins. I like Javian Hawkins. I like the potential there. Cordell, but you could definitely just see the scenario where they go run out Davis and they go run out Patterson. The Bears used him.
Yeah, I know. I do. The thing I worry about with this team is it feels like Mike Davis he can be a pounded out back, and Hawkins. I gotta look this up. He's a smaller scat back, right? That kind of worries me. Maybe there's a way to figure out how to get him involved, but I feel like
5'9", 196. Yeah.
No, I mean not terrible for a rookie. I mean he's not a tall guy by any means, but he's very quick. If he's a little bit more durable than I'm giving him credit for, he could be a really big steal. Otherwise, I worry that they, don't give him enough work. They don't look at him as a 3-down back, which I think you kind of need because
I like this though. This headline,
they're going to be down.
Atlanta Falcons may have struck gold with Javian Hawkins.
Yeah, they
Falcons undrafted free agent is the most talented back on the roster.
Well,
Sports Illustrated. Man, this is getting me hyped. I'm feeling real good right now. Holy cow!
Where is he ranked right now on the board when people look at him?
If you look at him, Javian Hawkins. Let's see. Oh, some of the picks that just went. Jamar Chase, we said Mike Davis, Matt Ryan, Tyler Lockett, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Kareem Hunt, Kyle Pitts.
I love the Kareem Hunt and Kyle Pitts.
So,
those are great.
Javian Hawkins, we got to keep scrolling.
He's going to be really far down
right there. Right? He's right behind Samaje Perine.
Okay. So here's a great thing. We can wait.
Can we? Or should we just go for it? No. I'm trying to see if they have any. I want to see some Javian Hawkins. Here we go. In 2019, 1,500 yards and 9 touchdowns. Solid. As a redshirt freshman in 2019, 1,500 yards.
What was his receiving yards like?
We'll find out.
That could definitely be, because they're going to be down a lot, right? So you go away from the run game. If he finds his way into the third down, pass catching kind of back role early on, he could carve himself out a niche that actually could grow.
Oh, we're up in 4 picks. So
I'm trying to talk myself into it.
So look at this. So he had last year, he didn't catch the ball much. He had 16 catches last year, but that was only in 8 games. He had 6.2 yards per carry, 5.8 the year before, 7 touchdowns in 8 games, 9 and 13 the year before. You know what? It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. Actually, those numbers are very healthy.
They're very solid for what he's just interesting. He's a player I'm going to keep my eye on for sure. All right, so we said Kyle Pitts went. That was the first pick of the 7th. Then Justin Fields goes off the board. TJ Hawkinson, Chase Edmonds, Kenny Galladay. There are 3 picks before we're up. We really should just look at the quarterback. What do we do? I honestly, Wentz and Winston, I still feel good about. But
When will they go? I always want to wait one more round.
I want to wait one more. I would feel like we have to get one the next time. We have to get a quarterback.
I agree with you.
But let's see who else, because I think
this is where you go talent.
This pick. Oh, we got James Robinson right there.
I was like, what?
I won't even pick him ever. I don't care.
Confused.
I will pick Javian Hawkins over James Robinson, and that is not 100% a joke.
I believe you actually.
Wide receiver wise.
Okay, first of all, there's a lot of guys
Brandon
I love
Ayuk,
here.
Sutton, Juju, Higgins, Beckham. It's not like complete. There goes Ayuk. All right, so it's not
Antonio Brown is still there too. Remember
Antonio Brown? We got that.
Honestly,
2 picks.
There
goes Mark Andrews.
I like T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Juju. I know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Cortland Sutton I love, but I don't trust the quarterback.
You go get Odell
situation.
and hope he's Odell?
I can't. When was he last time he was Odell?
It's been a while.
It's been very.
I think Eli was his quarterback.
And also, they're a run-first team now. I just don't see it. Like, he could come back, but I don't think he would put up the numbers we're looking for.
We really got to play. We got to figure this out. We got one pick before we're up. Running back wise, there isn't anything there, right?
Scroll down a little further.
There's still Melvin Gordon, Ronald Jones. If we wanted to
Michael Carter. If you want that.
There's still some potential guys there. Baker went off the board.
Yeah.
All right.
No. Yeah. I think
quarterback. We got to look at this, don't we?
I mean, basically, I think you talked about it. It's going to be Wentz or Jameis. We don't really know. I'm wondering if we can wait.
I think we can get one of them. I think we can wait and get one.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you take that chance.
I think you can get Winston for sure on the comeback.
So here we go. What is it? What is it, Jeff?
Scroll a little further down because I think wide receiver, there's a little.
Just not much I want to play
You do
with.
have Devontae Smith would be the high upside guy.
Yep.
I still like T. Higgins. I think he has a very good chance of catching a lot of touchdowns. He's a taller wide receiver. You have Jamar Chase and Boyd. You can't really key on one. He had a lot of catches last year. He went under the radar. Burrow's back.
So T. Higgins?
Yeah.
You want to lock this in? Because they're all the same to me.
Yeah. I like T. Higgins. I think he has more upside.
Okay. So T. Higgins becomes our number 3. We'll put him in the flex.
Sutton I love, but the quarterback situation is kind of up in the air. Juju has been disappointing. Odell, if it was like, we have to get. If he was still around, I'd be like, okay, now we can go.
If Odell was still around, though, but we got to get that quarterback. We can't.
No, I meant like after the quarterback pick.
We can't wait again.
No, we have to grab him. Yeah.
We just can't. We can't do it. We can't.
Actually, one that I would love to get here would be a Will Fuller. Now I know he's in Miami.
I don't know. I'm not. Something about Will Fuller. I don't know.
When he is playing, like. If I can get him in a position like this, and I don't if he's hurt or suspended.
The funny thing is, William Fuller. Is he going by William Fuller now?
It's changing it up.
Right there makes me not want to draft him. Just that alone. Be honest, Will Fuller. I've just never been a big fan. I haven't. I'm not. It's not. Tua's not changing my mind on that. Who I do like? I think is being severely underrated. Brandon Cooks. He's the number one. True. Brandon Cooks has always been a good receiver.
Yes, but the question is who's throwing it to him? Do we go and get Davis Mills or whatever?
No, but Tyrod Taylor. I'm going to do this again. Tyrod Taylor. How many times have we done this? We did it with the Chargers. This would happen again. Did it with the Chargers, Herbert came in. Did it with the Browns, Baker came in. If it's Tyrod Taylor, Davis Mills is coming in. But maybe Deshaun's just there. Who knows? We don't know. Deshaun is the biggest wild card in the drafts. All right. So we pick Higgins. Oh, it's only been one pick. Michael Carter went after us so far. We have 5 picks. We're up again. We really got to get a quarterback. It's going to be Jameis or Wentz at this point, right? That's kind of the plan. Which one would you like? Wentz is more secure.
Yeah, I think at this one we could almost. I think you go Wentz and then we take more of a wild card at the end.
Maybe Jameis is still there,
or maybe Taysom Hill, or you grab a young guy, right?
Yep. Maybe you go, I don't know what, but we'll see.
Even Zach Wilson or something at the very,
Chase Claypool off the board. We have 4 picks. We do have to go quarterback. We're not even thinking of Ben, are we? Roethlisberger, Daniel Jones. They're just not even on my radar. Derek Carr. I want Wentz.
Yeah, I think Wentz is just the safer pick. Actually, you could go Goff and just totally go for the homer.
I honestly think Wentz is kind of forgotten, and it went sideways in Philly, but.
It did. It was hard to watch last year.
I think he has some talent at wide receiver. We don't know that for sure, but I feel like that's the thing. I feel like it has talent. Hilton can still be effective for him. And then Michael Pittman and Paris Campbell. We think they can play, right?
I hope.
Yeah, I don't hate it. And then the run game will be solid. That'll take a lot of pressure off of them. And the biggest one for me is the O-line is dirty. They're nice.
Oh, God, Dallas Goedert.
Oh, we totally forgot about him.
Oh, no, we can't. We have to go quarterback.
No, I honestly would rather go Goddard. I say we wait one more. I talked myself into it. If Zach Wilson is still there, who gives a crap? I think... hold it. Go back to tight end. Odell went, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, man.
Go back to tight end because Logan Thomas, Dallas Goedert, and then it gets... And then you're starting to guess, right? I don't mind having like Jonnu Smith.
I don't know. Can we really pass up Wentz?
I think we have to go Goddard.
Oh, we have like 13 picks before we pick again.
I'm willing to take the risk. Come
on, Rapper.
To be honest,
make this decision for us.
To be honest, Wentz, this is how much I think people discount him. I think he might still be there.
Oh, they're in Zach Wilson. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's think about this. Let's truly think about this. We have a lot of picks before we go.
Who's left?
So
Jameis?
There's Jameis. There's Wentz. There's Roethlisberger, Daniel Jones, Derek Carr, Jared Goff. And then it's ugly. There's 6 guys.
And then there's no
6
one else.
guys. Will Jared Goff still be out there for us? Dallas Goedert really makes this team. It fills it in right there. It fills it in.
Go down. Who else is there in tight end? Okay, it gets ugly quick. We could, if we didn't do that.
Oh, let's wait. We gotta wait. There's still Fant. There's still Tom. Like
I think Goddard is that much better.
Oh,
than
you really
both of
want?
us.
You want to do it?
I would rather go
Let's
Goddard. Do it. You get.
Oh, Dallas Goedert.
Break a few eggs. First of all, I think this is a really good pick. We joke about Devontae Smith. I forgot who the number 1 wide receiver is technically. Is going to be Goddard.
Oh man, we just. God, we're gonna get Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh God, if Wentz is still there, we're gonna look like.
There's no way. We have 14 picks. There's no way. No way.
Not Goff. Someone.
I will take Jared Goff.
I'd be. Happy
I will drink the Lions Kool-Aid. I am gonna do it. I will. He's Jared Goff. I'm on board. I love you, Jared Goff. I love you because you haven't played yet and screwed us yet. So you're still my guy.
Dude, let's wait one more time around.
Oh, man.
And then we can find out what we're going to do QB-wise. We'll do 2 picks.
Here we go.
And then let's cut it off.
13 picks till we're up. The players who went after us were Robbie Anderson, Damian Harris, Trey Sermon. I'm fine with all that. Yeah. No big deal. Okay, so I was curious. I just wanted to look at this off top. Well, Trey Sermon makes me want to see this. What is the 49ers running back depth chart? I got to look at this thing. They have so many guys.
Yeah.
So there's even more. They got Wayne Gallman. They got Raheem Mostert. They got Trey Sermon. They got Elijah Mitchell. And they got Jeff Wilson. They got JaMychal Hasty.
First of all, I was going to say that this is a kind of a crazy way to set up the depth chart, too. I keep bumping into this. But I can't believe, man, they really do just pull in guys. It's like next guy up.
They're going to use Wayne Gallman. They didn't sign him for no reason.
Yeah, so this is the weird part. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Mostert, I was like, okay, the number 1 guy, but they always use 3, right? So it's going to be like Mostert. Well, and then I was thinking Jeff Wilson, and then I thought it was going to be like Trey Sermon or Hasty.
The people picking Trey Sermon, there's no point. I'm telling you, Wayne Gallman, they're going to use everybody.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think the only one worth
I don't want
picking,
any of them.
No, I think the only one worth picking would be Mostert, though. If you had to pick one, is that who you pick?
I don't know. I don't think I even pick them. I just think I wait. I just don't get anything because I think they're just going to use everybody. What have they ever shown you that makes you think they're not going to go one guy?
No.
Picking Trey Sermon, I don't think there's any point to it. I really don't. I
don't know why people got so into that.
No, running back wise, let's see. They picked.
Also, he's a very big guy.
So Trey Sermon went before Mostert went in this draft.
Oh, wow.
Melvin Gordon's still there. I mean, pick Melvin Gordon. Javonte Williams went like 3 rounds ago, and Melvin Gordon's still sitting there. I think that's getting a little too crazy too. I think the best case scenario for Javonte Williams is a 50-50 split. Melvin Gordon's not done.
Oh, no, 100% agree with you. And Melvin Gordon more than likely is going to be the TD vulture.
Yeah, right.
That's what I really hate about picking the rookie. Because who are you going to trust around the goal line? The guy that's been there, done that how many times? That doesn't take speed. That doesn't. No, I mean that just takes know-how, reading holes, following blockers.
Now another player that we get to talk about a lot of players we don't talk about today. Now that we're not Devin Singletary lovers, can our minds not be clouded and think clearly about Zach Moss? Because honestly, okay, if I'm really being truthful, Zach Moss was pissing me off last year because he was taking all those goal line carries. He was not the goal line carries. He was in the red zone. He was the red zone guy. Do you think there's any kind of? You think he's worthwhile? I mean, not with us to pick right now.
Yeah. I don't want to pick him. I mean, yeah, he's worth to have.
Would you rather have Zach Moss or Devin Singletary? I think it's Moss.
Well, I think Moss because of the goal line work. Because they're not going to get any work other than that. We already found that out.
Yeah, Singletary. I mean, Singletary's dead to us.
Oh yeah,
100%. He just is. We got blinded by a couple runs. He showed promise He showed promise.
I still will hold true to this. I don't think I was necessarily that far off on Singletary's upside. What I was way off on was how dominant and how much of they were just handing the offense over to Josh Allen.
So that's what
I couldn't believe how much he ran. I couldn't believe how much
expect
that. I was off on him.
I'm just wondering what that situation. I mean, we don't know it because it hasn't happened. What situation like that in the NFL is going to be the one that we just do not see coming? I got to think about this. What is it going to be? I don't see like a Josh Allen situation coming at all. There's just I don't know. But we say that every year, but
it doesn't matter unless it affects other players we like, right? I don't see a situation like that.
Do you see something like okay, but not even that, but like what about running back situations like the Buccaneers where no Bucks? Well, there goes Antonio Brown, so there goes that. But so the Bucks, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones are probably both still in this draft. Do you think somebody could actually emerge from that? Do you think it's going to be just 100% split between those? They're going to go 50-50.
Mostly split, but
what if Fournette?
I'll be honest, believe me, last year I was all on board of like Fournette's going to take it, but he's starting to get up there a little bit as far as running backs.
The mileage on him is up there.
They go out quick, and they used Fournette a lot in Jacksonville. I honestly think Rojo would probably be the pick.
There's 5 picks before we pick. Okay.
Yep.
After we picked Goddard, we said it went Robbie Anderson, Damian Harris, Trey Sermon, Noah Fant, Juju, Cam Newton, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger, Brandon Cooks. We got 5 picks. Jameis. Oh no. Okay, but no, come on, Carson, please.
Wentz might still be there. And
there's 4 picks. There is Carson.
We said this too.
Oh, there he goes.
Okay, Carson Wentz went, and now if Goff is there,
do we just do it? Or no? Do you go Derek Carr or Daniel Jones?
Oh, we're having this conversation.
So Daniel Jones, Derek Carr, Jared Goff. There's 3 of them. That's it. They all could go right before we pick. We could be screwed. Or do we just say, screw this all, let's pick Deshaun Watson?
I would I would love to be the guy that just Hail Marys.
They're with DJ Chark. So we can get one of Jones, Carr, Goff. I think we could be do we go the homer route, or do you think Daniel Jones has all those weapons? Jared Goff has no weapons. Daniel Jones has Galladay. He has
Daniel Jones.
He has Saquon. He has people.
Derek Carr is not the guy I would pick, but I think it would be between Goff and Daniel Jones.
I think you go Daniel Jones, right?
We can take the shot at him. That would be fine.
Or do you wait?
We have 6 picks. Okay, well, who else could we get? Let's look around real quick.
Will Fuller.
First of all, I do like Will Fuller. He's the guy that you throw in there when he's healthy.
Or there do you go Jalen Waddle?
I don't know. Will Fuller, I mean, listen to these numbers from last year. I pulled it up because I was like, what did he do? In 11 games, he had 879 yards and 8 touchdowns with 53 receptions. I know that he's going to a very different offense, but he's kind of one of those Hail Mary guys where I'm like, he would be useful even if he doesn't play.
What about like a Melvin Gordon?
Melvin Gordon is actually nice too.
So we got 15 seconds. We got 6 picks before we pick. Do we just have to do it? Do we have to do it?
Pull the trigger on Daniel Jones. I know. I hate it, but that's fine.
All right.
We'll get one of the other guys on the turnaround.
So Daniel Jones becomes our 2.
Yeah.
Which is not
what we wanted.
It's slightly
but
ugly.
Bad.
But okay. Oh, no. All right. But do we go for a third? Because this is still SuperFlex. Do you go for a third and just?
Well, the question is, who do you go for though? Right?
It's Carr or Goff, obviously. Or do you go Deshaun?
Yeah, I know that's where.
I just can't do it.
I think Goff would be the appropriate pick.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think Watson is going to play.
No,
I don't think, at least for the first half of the season, that would be my best case scenario in my head. The other thing that we could think about is taking a chance on Taysom Hill.
Yep.
He's a QB, but he'll probably be on the field a lot more than just that. If he wins the QB position, and we're wrong about Jameis, but we could get Goff and then wait and get how many bench spots do we have? I don't want to get that crazy with quarterback.
We have 2, 4, 6, 7.
Okay, so we could get Goff here and keep picking people off, and then Taysom whenever we think is the right time to pull the trigger. But I don't think he's going to wait a whole lot.
Read that headline. Sean Payton favors Taysom Hill over Jameis Winston. This is a report today. Who knows how true that is, obviously.
I know it doesn't, in my head, it doesn't make sense. But if we went that time.
According to Ben Volen of the Boston Globe, the quarterback competition is not truly open for Payton, and the Saints veteran coach plans to start Hill and only make a chance with Winston if his experiment fails. All right, talk me into it.
Sweet.
I'm doing it. I'm telling you, I'm going. I think we should go for it. Because there went Derek Carr. There's 4 picks.
Here's the thing. If he starts in the beginning of the year, we are golden.
Oh,
and even if he gets pulled 4 games in, we have Daniel Jones.
I'm just buying into a random headline, but that's not even it. It's just the chance. We're taking this chance.
Yeah, of course. Even before that, we know that. That's the same reason we like Jameis, right?
Here we go. And there went Derek Carr. There went Sam Darnold. There's 3 picks left. Taysom very well could go in these 3.
Yeah, he could go.
And there went Jared Goff. Okay, he really could go here. So if he goes here.
Well, who's left?
Then it's nothing. It's nobody. There's nobody.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, he actually might go.
There's literally nobody.
Leonard Fournette. I say we take him if he's still there.
If he's there, we take him. If not, we just... If he's not there...
I have a feeling they might,
I wait forever on quarterback.
Hold on, is this...
Rappers up.
Who does Rapper have?
He has Zach Wilson. He has Joe Burrow. He very well could go.
I don't think he's going to take him.
No, he has Trey Lance. He already has 3.
Yeah, I don't think
he could. He might do it. We'll see. But
he could.
If he does, I'm done. We're not getting. I'll get a quarterback later. We'll take a chance on somebody like a Mac Jones or something.
I mean, at that point too, you could honestly wait a few rounds and take Watson and say whatever. It's a wasted
to me.
pick.
This could be a wasted pick. Taysom could be a wasted pick for us, but I'm willing to waste it in the 10th here.
I don't even think it's a wasted pick though, because I think the interesting part, he would have to be our SuperFlex. But if we find out that he's going to be on the field for 20 plays, he runs a lot of touchdowns in. I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting if nothing else.
Logan Thomas went, so Taysom Hill.
Yeah, let's take Taysom.
Welcome to the team, Taysom Hill.
He's going to be our wild card.
There we
totally
go.
Fine with that.
All right. This has been an interesting draft.
Yeah.
So a little recap again. So we currently have, this is a 12-team, if you just forget everything, it's a 12-team Superflex. We have Aaron Rodgers, Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb, Chris Godwin, Adam Thielen, Dallas Goedert, DeAndre Swift is basically, and then T. Higgins, Daniel Jones, essentially our starters. And now Taysom Hill is our first bench player. I like that. I'm okay with that. We waited on quarterback. We knew what we were getting into. I would have liked to get
Lance. I like
Lance.
this a ton because I guarantee we're going to be able to have a few more wide receivers we like. Our number one quarterback is a guy we can absolutely rely on. And our running backs are incredibly strong to the point where we have depth.
Yep.
And besides, and Barkley and Swift will catch a lot of balls too.
And even in PPR, I know Chubb gets a downgrade because of PPR, but I think we have 2 of the top 5 or 6, 2 of the top 6 running backs on our team, I would say for sure. So there goes, after we picked Hill, there went Michael Gallup, there went Will Fuller. We don't have to think about quarterback ever again. I really still don't. Okay, let's start looking at some of the players available.
Melvin Gordon.
We have a few picks. We have 14. So there's still Melvin Gordon. I'm still interested in Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I do
Ronald Jones, I'm interested in. I mean, I like both those guys are interesting to me. Let's see if there's anybody down the board. Not really. That's about it. Yeah, there's somebody like David Johnson's out there.
Don't forget about Hawkins.
Oh, let me cue him up.
Yeah, you should. We should start queuing actually, everyone.
I'll queue up Hawkins because
go up and do Melvin Gordon and do
Gordon
Rojo as well.
Rojo for sure.
Let's take a look at tight end quick. I want to see, has anyone else gone?
Oh, because you could always throw a tight end in the flex. You got Robert Tonyan, Gesicki, Jonnu Smith, Irv Smith. There's guys. There's no one like.
No one that I can guarantee tell you like late. I don't know if someone hangs around. I think Jonnu Smith is really interesting on New England.
Wide receiver wise, Devo's interesting. Yeah, he might be gone before we pick. Jalen Waddle. That's where next time around Jalen Waddle.
I'd be fine with that. Yeah.
That becomes with 11 picks. He can very well go.
And this is more for curiosity's sake. But what do you think about Corey Davis? He's on the New York Jets. He should be the number 1 though, right?
Yeah, he should be.
It's kind of interesting. He's this far down.
Yeah, there went Deshaun Watson. He's interesting. Ruggs is actually interesting. Could Ruggs actually become year 2? Like maybe he's kind of forgotten. It's like at this point, people are just like off on a player if they don't do something year 1, which isn't wide receiver wise. That's how many years? Remember, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, those guys didn't. Antonio Brown, none of those guys were year 1 guys.
No,
they didn't break out right away. So those guys are interesting.
I mean, there is a lot of
Mooney's interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Elijah Moore, another potential guy later.
Russell
Rashad Bateman, I like Bateman.
actually Russell Gage as well.
Russell Gage. So there's definitely some wide receiver talent here.
Yeah,
we can
no,
look
I
at.
like that a lot. Even Landry.
Yep.
I know that obviously you'd rather
Yeah.
have Odell, but Landry always catches a good amount
Oh,
of
yeah.
balls. He's safe. He's not someone I want on this team.
Landry's probably getting underrated again.
Yeah.
100%. So after we picked Taysom, then it went Michael Gallup, Will Fuller, Raheem Mostert, A.J. Dillon, Kenyon Drake, Deshaun Watson, Curtis Samuel, Melvin Gordon goes off the board. There goes Debo. We have 7 picks. I think we're just going to look, once it gets there, like Jalen Waddle to me would be a pick. I wouldn't mind him.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Like, go for the home run, right?
But running back wise, if it's like Ronald Jones as our 4th,
I think that's really solid.
We probably should do that if he's there. If he goes, is there another running back there? Is it David Johnson, James Conner? Nah, but they need to get somebody maybe as a 4th.
Yeah, scroll down a little bit further. I mean, honestly, if we really were headstrong, we could go Gus Edwards.
Oh, there goes Gus Edwards, as you say that. So Latavius Murray always gets like forgotten about. He does play. Like he will play somewhat, right? He seems to. He had 146 carries last year. 4.5 yards a carry. He plays a little bit. And there he goes. That's how it goes. 4 picks. I would definitely take Ronald Jones here. But what about James Conner?
He's a very interesting one because all you have now is Edmonds, Conner, and is there one more?
Let's take a look. There's nobody that's like worthwhile.
I'm trying to think who else. I mean, Edmonds is kind of the person everyone wants to hand it off to, but they've been saying that for a few years now.
Eno Benjamin, I remember they drafted like in the 7th last year. Jonathan Ward. I'll be honest, I really haven't heard much of Jonathan Ward. Then Eno Benjamin. So really, James Conner
or Edmonds.
Yeah.
Has Edmonds already gone?
There goes Tony Pollard. Yeah. Edmonds is gone.
Actually, I kind of like the James Conner pick because even think about last year between Edmonds and Drake, they both had quite a few carries, right? And James Conner is definitely the more, I don't know, you would call it traditional pound him out back, I guess.
Yep. He had last year. Conner had 169 carries, 721 yards, turned in 6 touchdowns. He was fine. He was. They think, Conner could be the early down back. Chase Edmonds has never shown he can be a full-time back.
And James Conner won.
Of course.
So now it's Rojo or bust, I guess.
It's Rojo or bust. There goes Irv Smith. Okay, let's pick Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones, awesome.
We'll take Ronald Jones.
That turned out really well for us.
Yeah,
that's
perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
I like Ronald Jones as a 4th.
Yes.
And hoping that turns out. There isn't much.
Even if he was our 3rd, I'd be like okay with it. But this is why I'm so glad we decided to go Swift as our 3rd.
Yep, I feel good. Now let's look at wide receivers. I think then we start to get some wide receivers here. So then you go like Jalen Waddle?
I think you take the upside with Jalen Waddle. I think there's a lot of people there, but they drafted him really, really high. He is incredibly fast. Yeah. Normally I would not, but I think this is a good place to take him.
I know. I try not to get into this trap of he was top 10 pick. He has to be good because look at the 2 guys below him.
Ruggs, Corey Davis, yeah. Well,
top 10 picks.
Jalen Reagor and
there goes Elijah Moore. So Elijah Moore.
Oh, I actually
going ahead though.
Actually, that's pretty. I actually do like Elijah Moore.
I do, but
I don't. I think Waddle is in just as a weird position as he is. Scroll down on this is the place where you can start really like spreading out the.
Hey, can Mike Williams do something? Are we out? Another top 10 pick? Top
right.
Are we out finally? There goes Jarvis. Mooney. We could probably wait.
honestly depending on if you want to go safe or if you want the high risk, high reward.
I think we want this. We want this risk here.
I do too. So I think that's why you go Waddle. You go Waddle or you go Ruggs.
I think so. That's where I'm at. I'm a Waddle or Ruggs. So after, like we said, Elijah Moore went, Jarvis Landry went, Robert Tonyan went. We have 3 picks till we're up. So Waddle, Ruggs are going to be the guys at this point for me here. Corey Davis, I don't know what he has. He's just okay. Last year wasn't like it's still. I think being a top 10 pick has made us really like think he's done poorly. He's 65 for 984 and 5. Isn't like he's a solid receiver.
Yeah, he was fine.
He was not a top 10 pick.
And AJ Brown, I think, was a special type of player that really transcended an offense that was very run heavy. Yeah, he might actually be better suited for another team.
He very well could, but we don't know if Zach Wilson can play.
I mean, that's the big wonder, right? I mean, the guy does have an arm. I don't know.
I don't either. So,
but that's also why I would go Waddle or Ruggs.
yeah, definitely. So this is a long show. We're up over an hour.
I know. We actually have to. We're going to cut this off here in a minute after this last pick.
We'll cut it off after this pick. See what we get here. Devontae Parker went. But you get a good idea. The rest of the picks are just going to be, filling in the roster here, which isn't, it's all upside plays. But you got a good feel for how we were getting our main group of players here together.
Also, just because we have nothing else to talk about here, but I do love it because once you get back into the drafting, as you're sitting here waiting for someone to go by, maybe you never wanted him before, but as soon as you're you see his name stay there, you're like, good. Or you see it go and you're like, I was definitely going to take him.
Right.
And I do miss this. This is great.
So this becomes we say there's players we won't draft or whatever. When it gets to this draft, names that you would never think of start looking promising, except for James Robinson. That's it. It's the only name I wouldn't go with. So that's it. He's the only one. I'm pretty sure.
All right, and Rapper is going to go.
Rapper's a wild card.
We know who we're going to take.
You don't know who Rapper's going to go. He likes upside. He just picked Elijah Moore.
Honestly,
Adam Troutman. Okay. He likes upside.
Actually,
so
why not?
Jalen
Also, we can definitely take him.
All right, so there we go.
What do you think about Hollywood Brown?
He's, again, another one where...
he had a...
Now we find there's more guys around him, though, that I don't know how it's going to work. So there's still Mark Andrews. They signed Sammy Watkins. They drafted Rashad Bateman. So who knows how that'll play out. But there we go.
Right. Yeah, all right. Let's cut it off.
We'll cut it off. One more quick little recap what we have. We have SuperFlex, 12 teams. We got Rodgers. We got Saquon. We have Chubb. We have Godwin, Thielen, Goddard, Swift, Higgins. Daniel Jones is our SuperFlex. Hey, it's not the greatest, but we'll deal with it. We picked Taysom. Maybe that plays out. We got Ronald Jones. We got Waddle. We got 4 more bench spots, and we'll wrap that up. But that's it. That'll do it for today. That was fun. This gets you back in the drafting. And hopefully you got some maybe how we think about it as we're going, it shows things change on the fly as you're drafting. You can go in with sort of a plan, but you don't really know how it's going to play out. So, know your rules. But all right, that'll do it. Talk to you guys next time.